What up, sucker? So I got these new Trezor headsets. They do bone conduction vibration on the sides of your temples. Pretty dope. You should check them out. I recommend them. But I'm on a 36-hour fast. I feel after you get over the waves of hunger, it's not bad. One thing that I definitely noticed from my previous 48-hour fast that I did like 2 or 3 days ago, I did a 48-hour fast, then I ate a giant avocado salad and ate like a basket of French fries at Red Robin after that 48-hour fast, and immediately went into this fast, which I'm gonna go for like 50 hours. Maybe I'll knock it up to 3 days, but once your hormones stabilize and your glucose, your blood sugar can kind of stabilize again, and your body can kick back into producing ketones and metabolizing fat for energy, whether through digestion or off of your body, metabolizing fat. I feel good. My mental clarity is so much better, and it's literally the reason that I started fasting was for that. My life, I felt miserable. Something was wrong. I knew once I noticed I had put on 10 pounds, I realized my mental clarity and like sadness was kind of up, not because of the numbers of the 10 pounds, but where your body's at in a mental state, putting on weight, especially through a lot of carbs, you just, it's easier to be sad. I don't even know how to describe it, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But it's not the numbers on the scale that makes you sad. It's something that you can't describe until it's been lifted off your shoulders. So I encourage everybody to do a solid fast. I use this app called Zero. It works really good. I definitely recommend it. It's pretty cool. It shows you how many people are fasting along with you on the app. And so there's typically like 300,000 people fasting at the same time. I do a custom one, but when I started the keto diet, I lost 60 pounds initially. And it works great. As long as you just don't go back to eating carbs, you have to realize that carbs are the reason you feel like garbage. I mean, they taste great. They're whole. They're fulsome. Everybody's along with the program. You've got to eat them. Yada, yada, yada. But after they're in your system for 3 or 4 days, it's easy to feel sadness. It's kind of a trip. So fasting, my whole take a lot on it too is, in order to feel full, if you want to feel full, whole, complete, you have to know hunger. You know, you can't enjoy rainy days without sunny days, or sunny days without rainy days. And so that's part of why I fast, and it gives me a spiritual need, you know. I kind of ask for mercy as I'm going through those waves of hunger from, God, Allah, the universe. I ask for mercy kind of when those get really intense. And they come and then they go. But the longer you're in a fasted state, the easier it is. And everybody should be doing it because it's a cycle. I mean, we all live life in cycles, right? I mean, that's just part of it. Whether your ego's all pumped up and you're feeling great, but you feel like something's missing, fasting will help you accomplish to kind of clear up what, after a day you're trying to solve these mental blocks and problems. What's wrong with me? Why do I feel this way? After a day of fasting, you'll have cleared the table a little bit more of a lot of the clutter and crap. And so it's a great tool. It's a great tool. Most people, money in the bank is the problem why they can't fast. They can't get away from the fast food. And so, you gotta just drop it. You gotta commit to yourself, man. It takes a lot of self-discipline. Self-discipline is the key determinant of any level of success. I mean, Brian Tracy said that in his book, The Master Key to Riches. And that one hit home to me. That was the very first book. My mom listens to those type of things, but that was the very first thing. I mean, I listened to it religiously every morning for 3 months on a walk for 1 to 2 hours. every day. On the beach, walking on ice in Alaska, frozen beach. And I would just walk every single day. And so that's something you kind of got to realize. But if you can't have the self-discipline to make yourself fast for at least 24 hours, there's definitely something going on with you that you need to hit that 24-hour mark. Get some mental clarity out of your hormones. Get some time to yourself. Reward yourself after that fast, and do another one. You won't lose muscle mass. You know, it's kind of funny. Unless you're addicted to having a high blood sugar, where your brain cannot store energy, like your muscles can store glycogen, and your liver can store glycogen, so that when your blood sugar drops, it can eat the glycogen. Your brain can't store it. So when your blood sugar drops, in order to the brain, it says, I need energy. You know, it'll tell your adrenal glands to dump cortisol, which is catabolic. It can eat that muscle, it'll sugarify your muscles. But through fasting, what it does is it trains your body and your brain to start operating rather off of blood sugar, off of fat utilization, off of ketones. That's the other side of the coin. Our ancestors didn't eat all these carbs and sugars. They existed, their bodies, that's why they were leaner, would utilize fat more often. So they'd make ketone bodies instead. So it's great for mental clarity. It's an amazing tool, especially if the problem you're having in life isn't like money or something of that problem, or you've hit goals and now you're plateaued. And if this gives one person one good piece of information that lasts them one day, it's worth the small amount of time it took me this day to make it. Deuce. Boom, 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 boom.